Because we're kitchen mates, that's how I know so much beforehand.
We didn't even say it.
Okay.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We'll cut this back to the beginning of the intro. We'll make it work, but
True.
that's exactly.
I also cut back that we are soulmates.
Yes, that's
Yes.
why I know so much about him.
To be honest, me and Lorenzo are not the most grounded people on earth.
If you watched the first episode, you know what that
You know.
reference means. If you didn't, go back and check it out.
Only for the real fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of the Hallway Convo. Very happy to have a guest on this episode right here. Next to me we have Lorenzo Ballarin
Hello, everyone.
from our very nice dorm here in Copenhagen. And of course also my co-podcaster, Ellie. So we're back at it again. And let's get into it, Lorenzo. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got to this dorm here in Copenhagen?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for hosting. I really feel proud to be part of the first episode. Getting into it. What I'm doing here. First of all, I'm Lorenzo from Italy. I grew up in a very small town, not too far from Venice. And I came here after a bachelor's in business administration in Ca' Foscari in Venice.
Yeah.
And a gap year where I worked. I did some travel experiences and then Copenhagen, new adventure, new experience and Umeås because I
Hello, I'm
was...
Lorenzo and welcome to Umeås.
Thank you. I don't know about you guys, but I was struggling so much with accommodation.
I was
and in
struggling so much.
Yeah, right?
In fact, I saw your advertisement on Facebook.
Oh, you did?
Like, I think I was part of like 10 groups, and in each single one of them, I saw you posting yourself.
I was spamming.
Before you knew each other.
Before I even know him,
Aha.
I saw his promotion of himself. It's like this black and white picture.
That was how hard it was to find an accommodation. So I followed the recommendation that everybody gave me
Yeah.
to go online, but it didn't really work well. What happened is I think we created a WhatsApp group chat with some people, some Italians coming in Copenhagen, and somebody found out about Umeås Frederiksberg. There was this new building.
For me, I just looked for like Copenhagen accommodation, and then Umeås kind of popped up in the first search results.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
that was
They've
like,
been paying for some Google ads, to get the top hit.
I think they did. I did, and it worked very well. I mean, it got filled up pretty quickly without even being built. But I don't know about you guys. I was in a hurry because I was leaving and for this summer trip, and I didn't even read the contract. I just signed it, and I was like, okay, I have an accommodation. Let's get it.
Perfect.
That's how I ended up here.
But what is the reason? I mean, I guess you considered different options after finalizing your bachelor's in Venice. Is there a particular reason you went with Copenhagen? Had you been in Copenhagen before, or did you have any other considerations before choosing CBS and Umeås?
Well, let's say that after the bachelor's, I really wanted to get to work. So I started my work experience in Italy. I worked for a consulting company based in Milan. And that was an experience that gave me a lot, but at the same time also made me realize that I was
underpaid.
Exactly.
Don't work in Italy, guys. And that I wanted more, probably. Yeah. So that's how I started looking into masters.
Yeah.
And when I did, I looked for the options, and
CBS was free.
CBS came up as the free option. Not really free. They give you money to study in CBS.
Yeah.
It's not only free, but you get paid. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, true. The economic aspect was pretty favorable.
Yeah.
But it's also true that coming to CBS was a last-minute decision because I had these two offers. I had a few others, but I just rejected them because, I was almost ending up in Dublin at UCD SEMS. And I got the offer, I secured it, but then I also got Innova, and I was in Dublin and Lisbon. I'm gonna go for Lisbon, so I just rejected one. And then I was left with Lisbon and Copenhagen, because I also got in here. And then the reason why I accepted for Copenhagen
was the women.
That
was it, guys. That was the final decision maker.
Was the
Free
Polish
university.
women.
This is so tough to... It's gonna be a tough interview, but yeah, true. I didn't know yet, but Nordic women are very beautiful, and that is a
pleasant surprise.
That is a pleasant surprise that will convince you to stay in Copenhagen for longer. No, but eventually I really wanted a new experience, and I think that going back to Lisbon was too much comfortable.
Yeah.
So I looked for something more like discomfort. So Copenhagen it was, and
Makes sense.
What program do you study?
Study Management of Innovation and Business Development, in short MIB.
MIB.
Yes, it's focused on how to manage and start innovative projects, both in corporations or startups. And it's good if you want to be an entrepreneur or if you want to work as a project manager or
Consultant as well.
consultants
I guess.
as well. Some people end up in banking as well. It's very broad. You can do a lot of stuff, and the best thing about the program is that it's hands-on a lot with exercises, cases, and the same people you do the cases about come to class, so you have a chance to talk directly to them. These are managers, founders,
Okay.
and CEOs.
That's amazing.
Very entrepreneurial.
And you also have a student job right now, right?
Yes.
What do you do? I know that you're in a like bio pharma company, right? But I know you're in strategy, but I don't know exactly what it is.
No, by the way, this also connects to one of the reasons why I came to Copenhagen as one of the few masters that give you the opportunity to study and work together, because this is not normal at all in Italy.
It's not normal at all in Spain either.
No, and I think
most places, I think it's uncommon, right? Aside from maybe Copenhagen and a few other Scandinavian countries, as far as I can understand. Germans, Spanish people, like it's pretty unique.
It's pretty unique, and you usually take a gap year to do it. And in Italy, most of the people don't even do that because it's seen as wasted time.
Yeah.
It's like a speed run to your degrees in Italy. And coming here, I have to work because just being on the books, it was not for me. I want to combine it to something practical. That's how I ended up working as a student assistant. Yes, it's a pharmaceutical company. I work in oncology, but I am not to focus in the science behind it, but more in the strategy department. So managing these projects that would help the organization to grow and meet the expectations as shareholders.
Okay.
Well, shareholder value creation.
That was sold in a very like
you-
LinkedIn way. We'll put the LinkedIn in the bio as well.
Put the link
what is
in
your
the bio.
LinkedIn bio?
Exactly.
Yes.
What is his LinkedIn bio?
Oh yeah. Do you want to say it? It's an amazing bio. I mean, again, we talked about this before recording the interview. Most people in their LinkedIn bio, they have like a long paragraph explaining skills and the drive and whatever. But other people just have 3 words, which are
Eclectic by nature.
exactly like this
Eclectic
gentleman.
by
You know,
nature.
it's
And-
true in this case. So I think it's actually pretty appropriate
I wanna
bio.
ask, how hard was it for you to find a job as a student,
As a foreign student,
as a foreign student?
yeah,
Not easy at all. I thought it was
not easy when you're eclectic by nature.
I know.
Because I remember that you were in the kitchen, like applying to jobs in the couch, just like back in October or something.
Yeah, if we have to draw a timeline, I came here thinking that I could get a job very fast. Also because I did many extracurricular experiences during the bachelor's. And then I took a gap year just to work on both independent projects and as an internship. Okay, so I thought I was equipped to find a job very fast. And then I met German competition. I don't know how, but Germans are beasts.
They have like 10 internships in the span of 6 months. You know,
Yeah. So
it's pretty impressive.
when you are a job recruiter and you compare offers, of course, Germans are the one that are more likely to get the job.
Yeah.
I not only applied late, but I also had this sort of competition, and that really cut my chances a lot. But what I did is also spending a lot of time perfecting the way I applied. I think that if you are a foreign student, you should know this. The way you find a job in Copenhagen is very different from your nation. You don't have just to show off your experiences and your skills, but you more have to sell your personality, and that has to match a lot with the person is recruiting you and the company's culture. That is very important, and in the interviews you have to show it. So that's what I did. I fixed a few points. I think in 3 months of actively looking for jobs, I got one. I got 3 actually, but this one, at some point,
This is the tale of the Renzo, getting a bunch of offers, rejecting some, choosing the right one. I mean, that's good to have some options.
How hard it is to combine with your program? Do you feel like you get stressed? Because for me, that I also have a student job now, sometimes it's a bit hard to like balance both things.
Student job, podcast, uni.
It's a lot of responsibilities, so I wonder how is it for you, because I know that everyone has a different experience, but maybe you're better at time management than me.
I think it's not about being better at time management. It's about the fact that the busier you are and the more productive you can be. So there's a research around this, but
Go enlighten us.
Academic background here coming through.
But this is true. Like when you have so much time to do something, you just postpone it to
true.
the end. And when you have so much stuff, you just realize that you can do more and more and more. Of course, that gets you to a point where you are maybe stressed about it. And I think this is something you maybe have to deal with when you are a master student that also wants a job. There are also options like 10 hours per week compared to 20. I do 20. that could be a lot.
Yeah.
But it's definitely manageable.
But then it's also, I guess, a question of one, the type of program you go to. Some people have more flexibility in their programs. I know my program.
Yeah.
It's also more flexible in terms of when the hours are scheduled and how much you do. So in addition to the fact that there's like different programs, also the way Denmark, I guess, is structured with the way that there's like kind of an expectation to have a student job, at least if you're a Danish student on the bachelor, which I was as well. Most people, I would say, maybe from the third semester and onwards, try to find a student job. So I guess there's also like, it's better integrated with the school. Whereas friends I have in Italy, maybe they study almost every day, so there's not really time to have any student job. Is that also something that kind of maybe helps out with the time management, that there's room for that in the culture and in the program?
Yeah, I think people here in the Nordics are more used to the education system, so it's probably easier for them. But I also think that Southern Europeans, like we are, can get used to it very quickly. I mean, if you get to a master's level of education, you're already a really proactive student, and I think you will manage.
But it's true the study that you said about, I don't know if it's the same study, but I read that if you know you're busy and you only have 2 hours a day to work on your studies, then you're gonna be so much more productive because you know, like, it's either you get it done in those hours or you don't get it done.
No, yeah.
So maybe that also helps.
It forces
seems
you to
like,
be productive, right?
Yeah, it can seem like it's a lot of work, but when you are already productive and you know you have little time, then you find a way to do it.
Yeah, you squeeze it in.
You squeeze it in.
Or you don't squeeze it in and you just catch up on it like the last week before the exam, but I guess that also depends on the kind of student you are. I'm not recommending.
I want to play cool, but that's what I do as well.
That's how you find the time to do everything.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Lorenzo, when you don't study, you do things. And I know that recently you participated in one thing that not many people participate in. And it's not easy, and I know you've been working on it for so long.
What
and that
could
is
that
running
be?
a marathon.
It is.
40, how much?
Insert pictures of Lorenzo running this marathon. There's some very good pictures. You'll see them on the screen right here.
42 kilometers.
Exactly.
What
42.
the fuck? Like,
We're trying to run 5K, and that's a struggle already. But like 42, you know, it's very impressive.
I am already like tired running past 5 or 7K, so cannot imagine like a fucking marathon.
I agree, and personally, it's a great achievement, and I'm very proud of myself. But in this perspective, Denmark really humbles you a lot because you go out and everybody's running marathons, and you're like, how is it possible? From my hometown, I said I ran a marathon. Everybody was so excited.
It's like the 1%, and here, like, okay, cool.
Yeah, people were like, how did you do it? Like, I would never run a marathon. Here it's like, oh, cool, what time? I was like, oh, yeah.
What time though?
3:49, officially 3:53. Because I was running stand to say hi to everybody. But on my watch, the marathon, but
you were stopping your watch when you were saying hi.
No, it was running, and then I just did like 600-700 meters more than what I had to. But it was a crazy effort. First
Regardless
time.
of the time, it's very impressive to complete a marathon. You know, I mean, I think that's
Especially because I think it took two months of proper preparation.
Yeah.
Because before that, I just postponed it for a while, and then when I got into it, I had knee problems, and at some point I thought I can never prepare this. I couldn't even run 5K.
Yeah.
So I just said maybe I shouldn't do it. And then I asked online. That's why I started posting more about it. People really helped me a lot with fixing it, fixing the problem, and then I just could do it.
Who did you ask? People you knew in advance, or like online communities, or?
This is one thing great about Umels. Since it's a student dorm, so many people generally share passions or activities. And if you need something, you can just ask it in the group chat, and somebody will come up and help you.
Yes.
So that's what I did with the training. A lot of people here where I asked advice to them, and then I went online and I asked to my other friends that are not living in here, and all the advices were very useful. Saved my day.
You started training for the marathon with these 2 guys that you posted on your Instagram. So like they were already running marathons before, and then you turned to them for advice.
Yeah, first of all, it was Clément. Shout out to Clément.
Shout out to Clément for
Helped
sure.
you?
Clément helped me.
alright.
Clément,
The French guy.
yes.
Yeah.
But this guy's crazy. He's a real runner. He runs ultra marathons.
That's so cool.
Yes, and he was my first instructor. As a really good guy and helped me a lot with the first steps. And then I met Matteo. This guy is also from my hometown. Like another Matteo.
Not me.
Another great Matteo.
The Italian Matteo is from your hometown.
Yeah, very close.
Matteo
know.
Salbor.
Sartor.
Yeah, the guy.
Sartor. The guy who
Commented,
commented, yeah, I
yes.
mean, he's shown very good support. So shout out to Matteo.
Oh, we love Matteo.
He's been
Grande
supporting this
Matteo.
podcast in the YouTube comment, privately to me on a message. We love his engagement. It's
Yeah.
been very great.
So, but this Adam Matteo
Yeah.
was my second coach, and we ran together. He gave me also many good tips, and then I ran it with him and Yoshio, that is a German guy.
You also know?
And,
Yeah, sure.
I don't know Yoshio.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yoshio, I think it's Yoshi, but he's written Yoshio. I don't know what's right. Yeah, I have a friend. He's called Simon, but his real name is Shimao. And I'm saying, how should I call you? Because that's the one funny thing about
Wait,
Umes. You have
Shimao?
people from all the nations.
Yeah.
Where's that
And
from?
you never know how to call somebody.
Where is Shimao from?
Hungary.
Oh, okay.
So Simon or
Wait,
Simon,
I
you
know
read it
him.
Shimao. In yes, you do.
Yeah, it's the guy
They
that
came to our
Yeah,
kitchen.
he came to our kitchen many
Yes,
times.
yes. All the parties we did.
Ah, good parties.
Good parties. I wanted to ask something. Oh yeah, because I saw you when you finished the marathon. The last question about it.
You were there live, right? Cheering
was
him
there
on.
live.
Signs and everything.
Yes.
Put a few pictures of the signs.
All the
as well.
supporters, thank you.
Do you
Really
think you would have finished the marathon if it wasn't because of the people there supporting you?
No, I was honestly not ready. Like my body was not. My head was there, but the motivation was lacking. And like after kilometer 35, I was seriously struggling, and the last 3 kilometers were hell.
Yeah.
And really, the only thing that kept me going was
Seeing people.
seeing people. That
So people were like at various kilometer
Yeah,
points.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was okay.
so many people cheering along the way, and I wanted to walk and stuff so many times because my legs were like, at some point I was like really carrying myself. I couldn't lift my legs. It was very bad. I had to take medicines after the marathon because
Wow.
I couldn't lift the leg. I was
I
screaming.
helped you bend your knees.
Yes,
one
so
time.
That was the picture I saw of Lorenzo. You were the one who were like,
yeah,
Pushing
yeah,
it.
Yeah, but it was I was not trained enough. Just honestly. So
How
yeah.
long in advance did you start training?
2 months, right?
2 months of
he said it.
proper training, and before I was like trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
but it was also the knee injury that made it less easy for you to prepare optimally, I guess,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. And then I overdid it. I did too much, and that also didn't help. So yeah.
How is the battle with your mind when you want to stop but you don't? Like, what do you tell yourself?
I think I was talking to myself the last few kilometers, like last 2 probably. I was like talking out loud to myself. I was going crazy. but
Die.
I was like, dai cazzo, vaffanculo andiamo.
I think I would have started that in the 5th kilometer, but then it's a very long run, obviously, if you start that early. But
Yeah.
I mean that's really cool. Were there anyone else from Umeos who ran that with you? Given
Yeah.
that we have the running chats and running communities around here.
Yeah, I think many people, but the people I know of, like Matteo, Yoshi.
So let's get to the real questions. How much money did you lose in poker
Oh my god.
since the beginning of the year?
Context. The reason why we asked this question is because here at the dorm we have like these different kinds of, I don't know if you call them student organization, like initiatives the students come up with. And Lorenzo here, as the very innovative guy he is, started the poker club.
Yeah.
So have you been able to win some money from other people? Have you lost some? What is the truth here?
It's not great marketing, so I will say no. I let people win because I really want the best for my people, and
course.
That's why you should come and play. No, but jokes aside, so the poker club came out because of my passion for playing poker, and some people here I discovered that also liked it.
Yeah.
So I started organizing games.
Were you also teaching people how to play poker?
Yeah, the first 2 times there were a lot of new people that wanted to play but didn't know the rules. So now they are very good at the game.
After training by
After
Lorenzo?
months later. Yeah, but we've been organizing small tournaments every week since probably
Where-
October.
Do they happen in your kitchen or where did you have the tournaments?
We
different
were
places?
playing here in the lobby.
Okay.
Playing here in the lobby, and so over time we also bought this poker mat,
Yeah.
the fish or the chips, and
You have
we
like the
became
whole-
a very serious poker club.
You have the whole bag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But how
So
is it?
people
Briefcase?
love now to come and play because it looks like a serious environment, like you go to the casino, you know.
But seriously, how much money do you guys play
No,
with?
we play very small amounts. I think we play
5,000 euros per round, nothing crazy for Lorenzo.
No, I mean if you,
A little bit of spare change,
Exactly.
I wish. No, very very small amounts. It's just about the fun
Yeah.
of doing it. Like most of the other activities here in Umels, like people organize is
Mm-hmm.
not like for profit purposes. It's just to to
Yeah.
get people involved in activities. And maybe that's the best part about these student residencies, that people can just share passions and just you have a studio on the second, third, fourth floor. You come downstairs and you can have fun with your friends.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
I think it's a great environment for meeting a variety of people, both in like the sort of the public spaces, the amenities we have, but also in the app. I was kind of showing it on the screen before, but the fact that we have these communities and the chats and you can engage with people online, I feel like that gives a good opportunity to like engage with people you don't know, people who live on different floors, and people who have their own kitchens, because obviously if you share a kitchen like you guys, you get to know each other, you cook together, you meet each other, but if you have your own kitchen, maybe it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But then you have the study hall and the fitness and all these kinds of things that kind of help out with that, right? So
Kitchen apps a lot creates more of a community.
yeah.
Like it's easier. A lot of people that have their own kitchen in the room now they want to change, but yeah, because you don't have work as much.
I just can't tell you. The first day I came here and I saw your name on the kitchen list, I was like, ain't no way I'm with a Facebook guy.
That's the guy from Facebook. That's hilarious.
I should.
I want to
those
see this
posts.
picture. Now we need to find it. And we need to put it up there as well.
And you also started the actual group chat,
Alright.
from Emmaus
You
Fredericksburg.
did. You're the admin for the group
First
chat.
it was Italians, like it was only Italians. It
Yeah.
was like I don't even know how it was called, but then it was renamed to Emmaus Fredericksburg.
But because somebody in the group chat, like it was just a bunch of friends that I met here and just said, let's create a group chat so we can just communicate to each other. And one of them started sharing this link to join. So people thought it was the
The
official
public. Oh, okay.
Umeos chat, and
Yeah.
that's how it became the Umeos channel. So everybody,
It's like 400 plus people now.
everybody sharing alerts and
Memes in the
complaining about the
chat and-
vacuum cleaners disappearing. And
That's the most common complaint, I think,
yeah,
in the
100%.
chat for sure.
I have a question though, like, because I always wondered that. Why did you decide the first month of that you were living here, you were also had an overlap with another contract from a flat?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to live in the flat instead of Emmaus? Because you were having two places. You were paying here and you were paying in your flat.
Yeah. So to add more context
You'd be like,
to
no, I'm just coming later. Why?
yeah.
It's all the abundance of money that was lost in the poker games, but there was plenty of it at the time, of course.
No, so it worked out this way. I was signing the contract for the mouse, and then I discovered it was from the second week of September. But courses were starting the first week of September, I think.
Yeah,
When I bought the ticket. Anyways, I had 2 weeks vacancy, that I needed to fill, and I just met with two friends from a university, and they said, let's share a place where to stay.
Yeah.
And again, we were sharing again the trouble of finding accommodation. So when we did, it was for a whole month. At that point, I mean, when people were moving in, it was not too many people. The site was still under development. So you had the construction workers going
so
around.
it was more comfortable to just live in
Yes,
the flat.
not on. Yes, I also had to go to IKEA. I still was getting used to everything, but
But then you saw the vibe.
it was also good, better. I mean, I think through the first party here, I just told people come to my kitchen, and then I just went back home in Nopo. So I left all the mess there, and that's how my future kitchen mates
Got to know you.
Got to know me. Like not directly, but through the mess I left after the party.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. What a
that's
great
true.
first impression.
You
Yeah,
just throw up a bar and then he vanishes.
I
It's like,
vanished.
hi guys, I'm Lorenzo.
But the party you
Let's see
hosted
you
was
another one.
was for people who lived here, or was for your friends in like
No,
Napo,
It was
or
a
everybody.
party.
It,
Like
it
males.
was everyone welcome
I think
because
so.
it was one of those days where people were still moving in.
Yeah.
So
And
it was empty.
I
It was
think the
empty.
group check profile picture is from that day.
Yeah. It's still from my terrace. It's,
the black and white picture of you.
yeah, not of me. Not of me. It's the group
The
chat.
group chat of
profile
Emmaus.
picture.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
It's
our
from
terrace
that
from our kitchen.
It
You need to
is.
see. Yeah, but you can see some of.
And I also wanted to ask you about
Obviously.
you went on a road trip from Italy to Uzbekistan.
No, farther, close
Further.
to Mongolian border.
Okay,
By
I
Mongolian
wonder-
border, I mean.
When
yeah.
he said he did a little bit of traveling during his gap year, this is kind of like what we're referring to, right?
Yeah. So
Very extensive
Explain,
trip.
what did you do?
this is the Mongol Rally. It's the craziest and probably the most dangerous race on earth. Where you get this tiny car and you drive it from Prague, in Czech
Mongolian
Republic,
Rally.
to Mongolia. Or Ulaanbaatar, it is usually, but then this time of the year it was before. It was like Fadis, Kazakhstan, it was like Oskamen or somewhere there. And you have to do it with following this like very simple rule where you can't have any assistance from the organization and you have to choose your own path to get there. And we just got this Volkswagen Beetle, like me and the other friends of mine, we got this Volkswagen Beetle from 1982.
Where? How? How did you get this?
These two other guys,
Yeah.
on Lorenzo and Luca. They live in the Motor Valley. They're really passionate about cars.
Okay.
So they found this guy and they fell in love with the vehicle. But the issue was that it was very old and it was struggling just to turn up. So the month that followed, it was about working on the vehicle.
Okay.
And when we started, we knew it was gonna get us in trouble. And this is the purpose of the race. This car that supposedly you should get it from a scrapyard. Like, you have to get in trouble along the race, and you drive for 7-8 weeks, depends, and you end up in all sort of troubles. That's the idea of the race.
You end up in all sorts of trouble.
There's like a lot of interesting stories in there, I think.
Yeah, it's very, very long to narrate. Yeah, but
how did you
it was
come up with the
very
idea
fun.
though? Is it like a thing that people do and you saw someone else do it, or how did the idea arise? Like, I've never considered to do this route. Maybe that's just me, but
So I knew about a race because of a speaker that came to our university.
okay.
That I know about because of the association I was carrying on. And he told in a TEDx story about his Mongol rally adventure. I just got fascinated by it, but I also said there's no chance I can ever organize something like that because it takes a lot of resources, a lot of organization, and perfect timing. You need to find 3 friends or at least one more and share 2 months of a year where you just take off from work or studying and you just go on an adventure together.
Yeah, not everyone has the time to do that and the will.
No, and when you are there, you have to stay in a car with this guy or guys for 2 months. And at the time, I thought, this is crazy. This is never gonna happen.
Very intimate experience.
Yeah, in a very random day, this friend of mine came up to me and he just asked me, and I just said yes. And then not even thinking about it.
Of course, you said yes.
Then slowly, the realization arrived, and I was like, yeah, maybe this was stupid, but it's too late to.
Still went through with it.
Yeah, we still went through it, and we are all glad about it because we learned so much.
What would you say are your top learnings from that whole experience?
What I bring home from this experience, like the first one, is not really a matter of arriving, it's more what you do to get to the finish line. Mm-hmm. So when we were in this crazy road, or not even a road, called the Pamir Highway, that you can look up online, is almost a non-existing road, and it's very messed up, and doing it with a Volkswagen Beetle is not suggested at all. At the point when we surpassed that, we realized that we kind of reached the destination, because after that, the journey, the road would have been easy. Mm-hmm. So there was not as much excitement arriving to the finish line as much as surpassing the Pamir Highway. Yeah. So what I translated this into my daily life is that I don't really care as much about where I'm going to get to the goals, but what I'm doing every day to improve and to get there. And this is the second lesson that connects to it, is that if you do hard things, you get great things in turn.
Whether that's a marathon or whether that's this race or whatever it is, I guess both of them taught you quite a lot, right? On resilience and dedication and
you want great
a lot. What I mean is that, like, during this whole race, if you take a very nice Dacia Duster or a Range Rover, I assure you this is a beautiful trip. You can just sit and drive and be okay with it. But when you do it with a 1982 Volkswagen Beetle, it's a big struggle, and we had many occasions where we had to sleep on the road because it was breaking down. Wow. So, like, why in general should you do this sort of a trip with such a bad car? And the response is that doing hard things leads you to great things. And the great things that we reached was great media exposure. Like, we reached so many people online.
Oh, so you documented the trip?
Yeah, we not only drove the Beetle, but we also documented the whole thing. Okay. We posted it online, and we ended up producing so many funny videos on our page, but also in the newspapers.
Featured in newspaper, I saw your stories.
Yeah.
Italian newspapers? Like
Italian
local newspapers?
Local newspapers,
wow, okay.
Yeah. Also the national. The national. It blew up because I think it's just because it was very funny and very challenging. So people liked it. And the best thing about this is that with this exposure, a lot of people get inspired. And a lot of people text us and ask us to, I don't know, they want to organize the same trip now, or they just, I don't know, we inspire them to get out of their comfort zone and do something different. But
in different ways, right? But it's still like an analogy for like going out of your comfort zone and trying different things.
I mean, crazy stories. Like, I can't believe that when you told us that, I was like,
who is this guy?
Like, you always come up with some random fact about yourself.
Did you believe him when he told you, or were you like, nah, this is a lie, come on?
I didn't believe it because I saw the pictures first.
Okay, well then, pretty easy to believe, I
But
guess.
yeah, I guess it's hard to believe sometimes.
My parents didn't believe it for a while.
No?
No.
I told them like for a few times, like, yeah, I'm going on vacation this summer. I take a Volkswagen
You
Beetle to
didn't tell
Mongolia.
them that you were going to
and
Mongolia?
they were
yeah,
they
you
were
did.
like, yeah, because you know, I was like kind of sneaking it in with other false information, so they didn't notice. But by the time they learned it was true, you know, they heard it so many times that they were okay with it. So
Amazing. You did that on
That's a-
purpose.
that's
You
a
mixed it in so they got
strategy.
like used to the idea.
That's a strategy.
that's
to go
what they
for.
don't teach you in school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Describe Mongolian people in 3 words.
But I didn't see Mongolian people. We didn't go to Mongolia.
Great question.
It was
Just
too
describe them
Oscar, man.
anyway. It's like asking ChatGPT. Describe it in 3 words.
No, but
I
Impeccable.
can describe
I
it, but
can
that was
talk-
the way I went.
no,
Yeah.
it's not in Mongolia.
But isn't it called the Mongolian Rally?
It was Mongolia rally, but
That was the destination, though,
okay,
right?
due to visa issues, we had to stop like 1,000 kilometers before the finish line.
How are
okay.
Hence we
Uzbekistan?
didn't get to.
How are
Wait,
insert-
let him say where he was, and then we'll figure out which
Okay, where were
nationality.
you?
So I think what you're asking is like in Central Asia, when you go through the stans, like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan,
Yeah.
Tajikistan,
How are
Kyrgyzstan.
the Stan people?
Yeah, the stand people. It's we had so many misconceptions that turned out to be wrong, and I can assure you that these people are the most generous people, especially the Uzbekistani, are the most generous people and open that you will ever find. And that also made me feel very bad because when we got there, we thought that, you know, in these very poor countries, you could get robbed, you could end up in very bad situations. We had not a single time where we were getting threatened or where we felt we were in a risky situation, but quite the opposite. Like during the day, without even asking, we had these people that, again, they're very poor and they come to you with water, with bread, watermelons for some reason, a lot of watermelons. They just give you. But they go in the supermarket, they buy it and they give it to you just so you can go on with your journey, but without asking and without requiring anything back
In return. Yeah.
in return. And then I look back and I said, when does this happen in my home country? And I think about it, I have the opposite view over foreigners. I'm more keen on, I say, not being afraid, but more being distant to what is strange, what is new, what is different.
Yeah.
Compared to them, they were very more welcoming and interested and curious.
Despite the
than I
fact
was.
that you guys also, I don't know if that was clear to them, but that you had maybe a better monetary position, or you were like wealthier because you came from Europe. I don't know if that was apparent because you were driving the, what's it called?
The Volkswagen Beetle.
Exactly, the very beat up car. But I guess they could still tell that you came maybe from Europe, and it was not a question of you guys needing any assistance from them, but they were still ready to provide it because there's a difference in maybe culture and.
It was a cultural aspect. They wanted to help because it's in the blood, and you don't expect it. Like when you think about immigrants, you think about people from these states, you're more likely to think that is risky. It's like
So European prejudice maybe towards some of
diffident. I
these
say
places.
it's more distrustful.
Should we get like a final question in before we?
I want to ask about the ladies.
wrap it up?
I'm not leaving this episode without the ladies.
Bonus question.
Bonus question.
This is like a very interesting theme for people living in Umeås in general. Everyone knows this guy because he's the admin of the chat, so on and so forth. But especially his kitchen, I think, have a lot of insights on this topic. So for anyone watching out of interest, or for any of the women living here, can you please tell us a little bit more about that?
Please come to me. I am single, so almost turning 26, and I'm open to find love.
Yeah.
I know you don't like dating apps.
I
You're
mean,
a traditional
Even
guy.
though your job gave you free Tinder.
yeah, not
Free
the,
platinum?
not the job. I had.
But wasn't it your job?
No, it was Revolut. When you turn in the premium subscription, they give you,
okay.
I think.
I mean, the job
no,
would be
free
very-
Tinder.
your
Yeah,
job.
free Tinder.
The job would have been very inappropriate, I feel like. Welcome to the job, Lorenzo. Here's a Tinder account. You
Tinder
obviously
account.
need it, right? So,
I mean, it's like they read your CV and you're like, yeah, you need a girlfriend. Like,
exactly.
please
Come on.
get on
You
Tinder.
need a girl.
No, but I don't hate dating apps. It's more like that I'm not used to use them, and I don't work as good as other people do. I'm really good at in-person
You're
meetings.
very good in getting the conversation in person. I agree.
I'm very bad at dating apps. That's my issue with dating apps. I can't use them, and I tried, but it was like, it's not for me.
it's also better to meet people in person, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's like a romantic case or just a normal acquaintance. The way we meet each other here at Umeås is also very much in person. I think people enjoy that, right?
And in general, it's not just about relationship, like loving relationship, but
No, exactly.
friendship and everything. I really like the casual aspect about it. It's like it just happens. It's not that you plan it.
Yeah.
It's natural. You don't sit there and force it with a message.
Yes.
You think about what to
Yes.
put in there. It's just a question of whether are we hitting it off or not,
Yeah.
which we obviously are in this case.
Yeah, we are not.
Also in a romantic way, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Do you think the love of your life is in Copenhagen?
Big question.
What is this? Like a reality
That's
show?
that's a question for the both of you. I mean, I have a girlfriend, but these two people are single, so you could ask the question to both of them.
You guys can also ask me a question. I don't want this to be like
I mean,
only an interview to him. This is a convo. A holy
It's
convo.
definitely been an interview until now.
Can I
Just
ask
you
questions?
sitting on one side and me on the other.
If I can ask questions, then I will return you the favor. Please tell me, like, how do you find men in Copenhagen? How do they compared to
don't.
Spain?
How is that actually?
Oh my gosh, it's turning. The tables are turning. I feel like here. Oh my god, guys, why are you looking at me like that?
Because
We're very interested.
I feel like the whole approach to dating here is so different than in Spain. I feel like here, certain things are treated as more transactional, and you start doing certain things here in Denmark, and then you move it. If you like it, then you move it to something more serious. Whether in Spain, it's more like we start like going on a dinner, and then like going on, I don't know, maybe you do some activity like the cinema or like museum, whatever you do.
Or
And
it's
then,
the opposite way.
yeah, exactly. Then you can get more intimate. But
Yeah.
like here, I feel like it's more, they don't give such a sentimental value to, I don't know what the fuck I can say on the internet, how explicit I
You're
can
gonna
be.
have public,
Is it
public
more-
feedback, huh?
more rushed here.
They
Feel-
just treat certain things as more transactional. At least that's my experience. And then if they like you, then they can decide whether or not
they want to proceed.
they want to proceed. But
So when you
yeah,
say
for them,
transactional,
yeah.
you really mean
I mean like without any feelings attached. Just,
You know
yeah.
what she means. You know?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's just like it's just a thing that happens, but they don't relate it like to something more sentimental. It just happens.
Which is the case in Spain, where it's more even in the early
Yes.
stages of the dating. Maybe there's more
yes, like
sentimental
you
involvement.
will if you
Sentimental.
want something more like serious, then you start by getting to know the person and then you proceed.
Yeah.
And whether here, I feel like it's the opposite.
I mean, I don't judge it because
I don't judge it, but I just feel like it's very different.
let's look at the positive side. Like, sex is an important aspect of a relationship. If you discover immediately if it works or not, you can just move on with like, okay, let's get to know the person.
Yeah.
It's the other way around then how we do it, but it's not necessarily wrong. It's just
Yeah, I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just
There's a
saying
lot of those experiences where he's like
Girl.
basing, does it work, does it not
it's
work?
like,
I'm not complaining,
It's
like,
like, look, if sex is a deal breaker, let's find out immediately.
no,
Yeah.
like I'm not
That's the-
saying it's
that's the
better
pro.
or worse.
That's the pro.
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying it's different
different.
from what I'm used to seeing in Spain. Of course, there are people who also go through to that approach in
Yeah.
Spain, but it's not regarded as so normal, and people maybe would try to hide that.
Yeah.
What about Italy? Is that reminiscent of the Spanish approach or more
They're more
similar to
traditional,
here?
let's say.
Yeah, much more traditional, I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. And you also expect after you go with somebody,
Yeah.
and that it won't end up in a one night stand.
Which is great because you've had plenty of those here, I know, right? So, I was kidding.
No, the only one I want is someone available.
But I'm available for this guy.
All right, so that is it for today's episode.
Second episode.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Lorenzo B, for being here.
Been a big
And
pleasure, Lorenzo.
I also wanted to ask about the harmonica, but I think that's too much, so I'll leave it for sequel.
Prosigos, episode 2.
Perfect.
But
Before we
please
leave,
interview. So friends of mine have a podcast and they're amazing because we have no creativity. I'm gonna steal what they do in their outros, and I will put their podcast name, link, whatever here. But they always make the last guest ask a question to the next one, and because you're the first one, you have no question from the previous one, obviously.
aside from all the good questions you got in this
So I
interview,
get to start.
But you get to
Exactly.
start and ask a question to the next guest of this thing.
I don't
This
know
beautiful
who's the next
podcast.
guest, but I want him to answer one very important question when in Copenhagen. So, what is the best activity you can do on a Friday night?
Amazing.
So we can all join.
Exactly. And have a good night together. Awesome, guys. I think that was it for the second episode. It's been a big pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time,
My
Lorenzo.
pleasure.
It's been great. And nothing else to say than see you guys next time on the Hallway Convo.